Hello friends, welcome to ePatia videos. In this session, we'll be discussing about the GK questions on history. So these are the questions which are mostly asked for government exams like SSC, CHSL, SSC CGL, RRBs that is railway exams and many other state government exams. So come on guys, let's move on to the questions. Harihara Raya 1. Who ruled the Vijayanagara Empire for the period of 1336 to 1356 belonged to which dynasty? So the options are Sangama dynasty, Saluva dynasty, Tuluva dynasty and Aravidu dynasty. So Harihara I, he is also called as Hakka and he is said to be the founder of Vijayanagara Empire. And the first dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire is Sangama dynasty and Hariharaya I, he belongs to Sangama dynasty. So for which period did Hariharaya II of Sangama dynasty rule Vijayanagara Empire? So Hariharaya II of Sangama dynasty, he ruled the Vijayanagara Empire from 1377 to 1404. The traces of Janapadas and Mahajanapadas are found in which of the following? Option A, Vedic text, option B, Buddha text, option C, Jaina text, and option D, all of the above. So the traces of Janapadas and Mahajanapadas we can see in all the three texts, in Veda, Buddha as well as Jaina text. So the location of Janapadas and Mahajanapadas is, or it was, an Indian subcontinent, and there were 16 Mahajanapadas during 600 BC to 300 BC. As per the Vedic text, as per this Vedic text, Aryan tribes were known as Janas, which were the largest social units of those times. Which one of the following was the capital of Kosala? The options are Shravasti, Shuktimati, Kausambi and Indraprastha. According to Puranas and Ramayana epic, Ayodhya, it is said to be the capital of Kosala. So this capital Ayodhya of Kosala, it is said to be during the reign of Ishvaku and his descendants. Shravasti, it is recorded as a capital of Kosala during Mahajanapada period. So the Mahajanapada period was around 6th to 5th century BCE. But post Maurya, that is around during 2nd to 1st century BCE, kings issued their coins from Ayodhya itself. Since Ayodhya is not an option, we'll go for Shravasti. Champa was the capital city of which one of the following Mahajanapadas in ancient India? Options are Anga, Magadha, Vaji and Kasi. And the right answer is Anga. So the capital of Anga was Champa. So Champa, it was earlier known as, or the former name of Champa was Malini. So this Malini or Champa, it was one of the greatest cities of 6th century BCE. Bimbisara was the founder of which one of the following dynasty? Options are Nanda, Haryanka, Maurya and Shunga. And the right answer is Bimbisara, he was the founder of Haryanka dynasty. So Bimbisara, he was a king of Magadha kingdom, who is credited with establishing an imperial dominance in Indian subcontinent. He is a son of minor king called Bhattiya, and he belonged to Haryanka dynasty, which is said to be the second imperial dynasty of Magadha. A Janapadian was the dash of Janapada. So who was Janapadin to Janapada is a question asked here. Is he a servant, minister or an army general or a ruler? So these are the options given. And the right answer is ruler. A Janapadin, he was the ruler of Janapada. And ancient texts like Asadhya, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and numerous Puranas, they refer to many Janapadas of ancient times. During the Gupta Empire, the term Uparikara, it was used for which of the following terms? So Uparikara means an extra tax levied on all subjects, periodic supplies of fruits, firewood, flowers, and so on. It was a voluntary offering by people to the king, or it was a king's customary share of production, normally amounting to 1/6 of the produce. So we have to choose one right answer from these four options. So literally Uparikara means it is an extra tax that is levied on all the subjects. So option A is the right answer. Tuluva Narasa, who ruled the Vijayanagara Empire for the period of 1491 to 1503, he belonged to which dynasty? The options were Sangama dynasty, Saluva dynasty, Tuluva dynasty, and Aravidu dynasty. So we know that he ruled Vijayanagara, but from the name itself we can say that he is from Tuluva dynasty. Therefore, Tuluva Narasa, who ruled Vijayanagara Empire, he belongs to Tuluva dynasty. Who was the last Hindu emperor of northern India? Options are Harsha, Pulikeshin II, Rajavardhana, and Skandagupta. So we know that Harsha is the last Hindu emperor. So if we go through different texts, it also represents Harsha as the last Hindu emperor of northern India. And some texts it also refer Prithviraj Chauhan as the Indian ruler. He is the last Indian Hindu king who ruled last in North India. So according to some text, Prithviraj Chauhan was the last Hindu king who ruled North India, and most of the text they refer Harsha was the last Hindu emperor of northern India. Who was the ruler of kingdom between the rivers Jhelum and Chenab? The options are Alexander the Great, Darius, King Porus, and Chandragupta Maurya. And the right answer is King Porus. So in 326 BC, Alexander invaded India. But after crossing the rivers Indus, he advanced towards Taxila. So he then challenged King Porus, who is the ruler of the kingdom between the rivers of Jhelum and Chenab. So in that way we can conclude that King Porus, he was the ruler of the kingdom between river Jhelum and Chenab, since Alexander, while he invaded India, he challenged King Porus. So which of the following statement is wrong? So here four statements are given. We have to find which statement is wrong. So you can say Dharmapala was the founder of Pala dynasty. And second, it is given that Vikramashila University, it was founded by Dharmapala. So we know that Vikramashila University, it was founded by Dharmapala. Therefore, the option is right. And Bhoja was the founder of Pratihara Empire. That is Pratihara Empire. Even this is right. And Krishna III, he was the last king of Rashtrakuta. This is also right, as Krishna III, he was the last Rashtrakuta king. But coming to the first point, we observe that Dharmapala was the founder of Pala dynasty. Actually, Dharmapala, he is not the founder of Pala dynasty. Gopala is said to be the founder of Pala dynasty. Therefore, the first statement is wrong. Which empire lasted the longest among the following? The options are Palas, Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, and the Senas. So we know that the Rashtrakutas, they are said to be the longest lasted empire among the given empires. So therefore, Rashtrakuta is an empire that lasted the longest among the given empires. So while studying in ascending order also, we'll study that Palas, Pratiharas, and then Rashtrakutas. So If we go through that way also, Rashtrakutas will be the last and longest empire. So who was the main male god worshipped by Indus people? So the options are Lord Vishnu, the option should be Lord Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma and Indra. And the right answer is Lord Shiva. So the Indus Valley people, they worship Lord Shiva as a main male god. What led to the end of Indus Valley civilization? The options are invasion of Aryans, recurrent floods, earthquakes, all of the above. And the right answer is all of the above. Why? Because many historians believe that the Indus Valley civilization, it collapsed because of the changes to geography and climate of the area and movements in the earth crust, that is the outside layer. It might have caused the Indus River to flood and change its direction. So floods as well as earthquakes, these are natural calamities that might have occurred. And after Indus Valley civilization, we can see the advent of Aryans also. So that these three things, it led to the end of Indus Valley civilization, we can say. Which among the following is a place in Larkana district of Sindh province in Pakistan? And the options are Alamgirpur, Harappa, Rangapur and Mohenjo-daro. And the right answer is Mohenjo-daro. So an ancient settlement in one of the most unique civilization of the world is Mohenjo-daro, an Indus Valley civilization. So Mohenjo-daro, it is situated in Larkana district, which today is in Sindh province of, in a modern day Pakistan, it is called as Sindh province. So where were the hymns of Rig Veda composed? The options are Punjab, Gujarat, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. And the right answer is Punjab. So Rig Veda. So we know it is the oldest of sacred books of Hinduism. It is composed in ancient form of Sanskrit about 1500 BCE. So in what is now the Punjab region of India and Pakistan. So it consists of a collection of 1028 poems, which is grouped into 10 circles, or which is also called as 10 mandalas. Who among the following was worshipped during early Vedic civilization? And the options are Varuna, Indra, Surya and all of the above. And the right answer is all of the above. Because the people in early Vedic civilization, they worshipped nature. So nature is nothing but, which consists of Varuna, which is the god of wind and sky. And next comes Indra. He is the god of rain and thunder. And next is the god Surya, who is called as sun god. And these gods are worshipped even today. So these are the three gods, nature gods, which were worshipped during early Vedic civilization. Who was the first Indian ruler who had territory outside India? And the options are Ashoka, Chandragupta Maurya, Kanishka and Huvishka. So Kanishka is said to have, he was the first Indian ruler who had a territory outside India. So Kanishka I, or he is also called as the Kanishka the Great, is an emperor of Kushan dynasty. Kushana dynasty in the 2nd century, and he is famous for his military, political and spiritual achievements. Kanishka was the first Indian ruler who had territory outside India. So these are few questions which are asked regularly and repeatedly in competitive exams. So in the next session we will discuss further questions, some more questions. Thank you.